away here in the heats, and he's gone. How do you do, Gout Gout? That is absolutely unbelievable. That is history.
Gout Gout takes the track world by storm with stunning performance. The young sprinter has an incredible 2024 season, leaving experts amazed by his speed and talent. At just 16 years old, Gout has already put himself in the conversation as the next big star in sprinting. But what makes his rise so extraordinary, and why is everyone talking about it? Let's take a closer look at his remarkable journey. On January 27, 2024, he ran the 200-meter race in 20:69 seconds. That's impressive for someone his age. Most runners don't get that fast until they're much older. This time put him in the same group as some of the best young runners ever.
Quick start from both of those men. Leading into the straight, it is Gout in the centre. Also Thamel of Sri Lanka going well and holding on to that second spot at the moment. 20:77 for Gout. Remember, this young man is...
On March 16, something really special happened at the Queensland Athletics Championships in the under-18 division. Gout ran the 100 meters in just 10:29 seconds. When people saw this race, they couldn't believe their eyes. He didn't just win, he left everyone else far behind, especially in the last part of the race.
Another really good start there, and they're away in this men's under-18 200-metre final. So we're about to wind him up and watch him go here, Gout Gout. He's already got the stagger, so he moves right on past Chase Brand. And now we really start to open him up. So let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is Gout of this world. 20.07. That is not...
Made this race even more impressive was that Gout's time wasn't just good enough to win his age group, it was actually faster than the older runners too. He would have won the under-20 race and even the grown-ups race with that time. And here's something really interesting, there was no wind helping him run faster that day. The older runners actually had some wind helping them, but Gout still beat their times without any help from the wind. After winning all the big races in Australia, Gout went to the World Junior Championships. This was a really big deal because he would be racing against the best young runners from all over the world. Most of them were older than him, but Gout didn't let that stop him from doing something amazing. In the 200-meter race, he went up against an 18-year-old runner from South Africa named Baya Waza, who was expected to win easily. But wait, there is more. The race against Waza was really exciting to watch. At first it looked like Waza was going to win easily. He was way ahead of Gout in the first half of the race. Most people thought there was no way Gout could catch up, but then something amazing happened. Gout started running so fast in the second half of the race that he almost caught up to Waza. When people looked at the race carefully using slow motion video, they found something really interesting. Gout ran the first 100m in about 10.8 seconds, but then he ran the second 100m in about 9.7 seconds. This is super impressive because most runners get slower in the second half of a 200-meter race, but Gout actually got faster. Even professional adult runners would be happy to run that fast in the second half of a race. To help you understand how fast this is, let's compare it to the Olympic finals. Gout's second half of the race was only 2 seconds slower than AR Knight, one of the best runners in the world. He was even faster than some of the adult Olympic runners. Remember, Gout was only 16 years old when he did this. The only thing he needed to work on was his start. If he could begin the race faster, he might be even more amazing. On November 3, Gout showed everyone that he was getting even better at the Queensland All-School Championships in Brisbane, Australia. He ran the 200m again. This time he ran it in 20:29 seconds. This was much faster than before, and it put him on a very special list. Only 3 other young runners in history have ever run faster than this: Arian Non, Usain Bolt and Parul Bonson. Just one day before this amazing 200-meter race, Gout did something really impressive in the 100m. He ran it in 10:31 seconds, which might not sound that different from his earlier time of 10:29, but there's something special about this run. He was running into a strong headwind, which means the wind was pushing against him and making it harder to run fast. If there had been no wind, experts think he might have run it in about 10:24 seconds, and with a helpful tailwind, maybe even 10:15 seconds. What makes Gout even more special is that he's known for being really fast at the end of races, not at the start, but now he's getting better at starting too. In his 100m race, he actually had a bit of a wobbly start. He stumbled a little in the first few steps, but after that he ran so fast that nobody could catch him for the next 90m. He just kept getting further and further ahead of everyone else. Right now Gout is in a really special place in the running world. He's one of the fastest 16-year Old's ever to run track. What makes this extra exciting is that he still has several years left to compete in junior competitions. Most runners don't reach their fastest speeds until they're in their early 20s, so Gout might get even faster as he gets older and stronger. People who watch running are really excited to see what Gout will do next. They're wondering if he might be able to run the 200 meters in under 20 seconds. While he's still a junior runner, that would be incredibly fast. They're also curious about whether he might be able to run the 100 met in close to 10 seconds flat. Some people are even wondering if he might try running the 400 met race too. The really amazing thing about Gout is that he keeps surprising everyone. Every time people think they know how fast he can run, he runs even faster. His coaches say he works really hard in training, and it shows in his races. Even when he's running against older athletes, he doesn't seem scared or nervous. He just goes out there and runs his fastest. Looking ahead to the future, lots of people think Gout might become one of the biggest stars in running. He's already breaking records for his age group, and he's doing it in a way that reminds people of some of the greatest runners ever. The way he can run so fast at the end of races is something special that not many runners can do. What's also interesting is that Gout still has lots of room to improve. His coaches say he's still learning the best way to start races, and he's still growing and getting stronger. If he can make his starts as good as his finishes, he might run even faster times than nobody expects. The running world is watching Gout very closely now. Every time he races, people wonder if they're going to see something amazing happen. He's scheduled to race again soon in Australia, and everyone's excited to see what he might do next. Some people think he might be the next great sprinting star, following in the footsteps of legends like Usain Bolt. At just 16 years old, Gout is already achieving his goals that most runners can only dream of, and the best part is this could just be the start of his incredible journey in track and field. Who's your favorite athlete? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. 16-year-old Gout has broken a 56-year-old Australian 200-meter record, earning global acclaim. Now invited to train with Olympic champion Noah Ly, his rise signals a transformative moment in athletics. Gout's recent performances at the Australian All-Schools Athletics Championships have been nothing short of spectacular. In a remarkable display of raw talent and speed, the young sprinter clocked an astounding time of 24 seconds in the 200-meter event. This performance isn't merely fast, it's a historic achievement. To put this into perspective, Gout's time shattered a 56-year-old Australian record set by Peter Norman at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics. Norman's time of 26 seconds had stood the test of time for over half a century, making Gout's achievement all the more remarkable. But that's not all. This time is also faster than what Usain Bolt, widely regarded as the greatest sprinter of all time, ran at the same age.
So the under-18 men's 200 is away. The much-anticipated Gout fight here. And on his inside, Andrew Mayenda is going to be the challenger. So Mayenda, the South Australian, he's fast. He's putting the challenge down to Gout. And Josiah John out wide from WA. Josiah John. Gout though now shows his class. Gout from Queensland. 20.87. That is a national record.
Could he be faster than Usain Bolt? Gout, a teenager from Ipswich, is making headlines around the world.
When asked about his record-breaking performance, Gout's response was simple yet powerful. Remember it. This two-word reaction speaks volumes about the young athlete's confidence and ambition. He further added, "I've been chasing that record, but I didn't think it would come this year. I thought it would come maybe next year, the year after that. Right now I can't process it, but I guess tonight when I go to bed I'll think about it. These are adults and me, I'm just a kid and I'm running them down. It's pretty crazy."
Big beaming smile and very fast feet, Gout is taking his newfound profile all in his stride. His coach, Di Shepherd, the first to spot his potential on Ipswich Grammar School's back oval 3 years ago.
Olympics straight away. I don't know. Everyone goes, "What did you see?" And I went, "Gut instinct." I just looked at him and went, "Who's that?"
A question Gout's rivals have no doubt asked themselves as he quickly outpaced them.
20.87. That is a national record.
Very proud. It's probably a lot quicker than I expected. I would have thought about 18 he would break through.
His team.
But Gout wasn't done impressing in the 100-meter event. He blazed through with a time of 10:14 For seconds, while this time was wind-assisted and therefore not eligible for official records, it still stands as the fourth fastest U8 100 met time in Australian history. This performance showcases Gout's versatility across sprint distances, a trait shared by many of the sport's greats following his legal personal best of 10:17 seconds in the 100-meter final. Gout said, "I've been chasing this national under-18 record for a while. This was a great atmosphere. This does wonders for track and I couldn't be happier. When I was younger I didn't think I could compete against the best or even train with them. Now I'm up there. I couldn't be happier." These performances have naturally led to comparisons with Usain Bolt, the 8-time Olympic gold medalist and world record holder in both 100m and 200m. Bolt himself has taken notice.
Kid though, just on the fact that he is such an amazing athlete and has done something. The most coveted record in sprinting was Peter Norman's 1968 200-metre record that he did in that iconic race, of course, that Black Power race in Mexico City. And the fact that he has come out as a 16-year-old, he's not 17 until the 29th of December, is a phenomenal thing. The other thing too, he ran 10:04, a windy 10:04. That's the fifth fastest in all conditions by an Australian. He will be the greatest athlete we have ever produced in this country. Wow. I'm saying that hands down. And I honestly believe a lot of people are comparing him to the GOAT, Gout to the GOAT, who is Usain Bolt, of course. I think he's got more. I think he's got more to produce the goods. And I sat down with a British coach who has trained some of the best 400-metre runners in the world ever, and he reckons over the 400 he could very well be the world record holder too. So who knows, 100, 200, 400, he may make it happen. In terms of the 100 too, breaking that 10-second barrier, it will not only just be a blip on his radar, he'll do it 100 times and it won't even be a barrier for him.
Really?
That's magic.
Because he's so young, isn't he?
He's so young, so talented, has a great team around him. His coach, Di Shepherd, his manager, James Templeton, his parents, who we heard from, his dad, Bona, just there, and Monica, just beautiful people. And he's one of 7 siblings. He's got a great story. It's just... And leading into 2032, I mean, there is going to be a huge support for him. He has the world at his feet. He's going to train with Noah Lyles in January as well. Of course, Noah Lyles, the Olympic champion. He's going to be brilliant. He just, for me, greatness is destined for Gout Gout.
That is good. It's great to hear, isn't it, from someone who knows, and what a great Australian story.
It is.
Yeah,
huge.
as well. Thank you very much, Sherbo, for that.
Of the young Australian's talent, when asked about Gout on social media, Bolt commented, "He looks like a young me coming from the fastest man in history." This is high praise indeed, but the most shocking development in Gout's burgeoning career is his connection with current Olympic 100-metre champion Noah Ly. In a move that has surprised many in the athletics world, Lyles has extended an invitation for Gout to train with him in Florida. Gout's manager James Templeton confirmed this exciting opportunity. "We have the opportunity to go to Florida and join the training group of Noah Lyles and coach Lance Brahman. There are about 16 or 18 top sprinters there. Will be heading over for 2 or 3 weeks."
Chasing that record, but I didn't think it would come this year. I thought it would come maybe next year or the year after that. So just getting it now is definitely a great achievement for sure. As soon as the gun went, I was flying and just came home. So it's pretty crazy. I mean, right now, I can't really process it. But I guess tonight when I go in my bed, think about it, it'll be pretty crazy for sure.
That'll be a great opportunity, a wonderful educational experience. I haven't heard from Noah, but he's a great guy and I'm sure he'll be happy to take the younger guy under his wing a little bit. This isn't just any training camp. Lyles Group includes some of the top sprinters in the world, providing an unparalleled opportunity for mentorship and growth. For a 16-year-old athlete to be invited into such an elite circle is almost unheard of. Lyles himself seems excited about the prospect after Gout's performances at the Australian Championships. Ly posted on Gout's Instagram, "Congratulations on your many great moments this year. I also heard you were planning to come train with the group for a few weeks. See you soon." But who exactly is Gout Gout? Born in Brisbane in 2007, Gout is the son of South Sudanese immigrants who fled to Australia for a better life. He turned 17 in late December, making his achievements all the more impressive given his young age. Gout's talent was recognized early. At just 14 years old, he was named the holder of the Australian under-16 100m and 200m records. The following year, he broke the Australian under-18 men's 200-metre record with a time of 20.8 seconds at the Australian Junior Athletics Championships in Brisbane in October. Gout took a significant step in his career by turning professional and signing a contract with Adidas. This move mirrors that of Noah Ly, who has been with Adidas since 2016 and recently extended his contract until the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles. Ly's deal with Adidas is considered the richest in track and field since Usain Bolt's contract with Puma, highlighting the potential that sponsors see in these Athletes looking ahead. Gout has already qualified for the 2025 World Outdoor Track and Field Championships in Tokyo, having surpassed the entry standard of 202s and 1600s in the 200m. This set the stage for Gout to compete against the world's best sprinters on the global stage. The potential for Gout to break the 22 barrier in the 200m is a topic of much excitement. Currently the only men in history to have run faster than 20.04 at age 17 are American Arion Non 19. 84% given that he breaks 10 seconds. When it happens, and it could happen early, but because everything's happening sooner than we expected. Gout himself is aiming high, stating chasing that big sub 20 it will be great for sure, but I'm not expecting too much. We just take little steps. Beat my personal best by 0.01 and 0.02. Australia's most recent Olympic track champion Sally Pearson has also reached out to Gout to offer support. Her advice is straightforward: just stay focused on performing and you will be alright, and enjoy the ride. Pearson also noted Gout's natural affinity for the spotlight. The thing he has going for him on the athletic side is that he has the personality to embrace the spotlight. When you are going to be a male sprinter, you need that, and he seems to have it. Pearson added he's got a support network that is embracing his talent but not overdoing it. I think he's doing all the right things, so it's just a matter of keeping doing what you are doing. It's a hard one because he's so young that you don't want to push him, but you do want him to enjoy the moment. If you like the big stage and the crowd and people talking about you, and I think he does, that makes it easier when he gets to the age when he can really shine. It's going to be incredible. I hope he just goes and flies because we haven't had someone like this in Australia before. David Flaskas, who managed swimming legend Ian Thorpe, offers a perspective on managing the commercial aspects of Gout's career. He seems to be surrounded by good people. The main thing is his welfare. If they continue to focus on his well-being and his athletic performance, then the commercial stuff will follow. The things being said about him are flattering, but they are also scary, and all of that needs to be managed because there are a lot of opportunists out there. Flaskas also emphasizes the importance of public support without undue pressure. The public does get fascinated by young athletes. The country needs to get behind him but not have too many expectations of him. As Thorpe says, public support is when you feel everyone behind you. Pressure is when you feel everyone in front of you. Managing the pressure and expectations that come with being labeled the next Usain Bolt is no small task, especially for a teenager. Balancing sudden fame with a normal teenage life presents significant challenges. Gout's manager James Templeton seems well aware of these issues. Di and I are pretty good at saying no to the distractions, and we will continue to do that. I don't mind saying no because we are already on the best path. Why would we want him to be overexposed? It's not going to be to his advantage. We are just protecting him, and we will continue to protect him and allow him to develop at his own pace. Templeton has outlined Gout's schedule for the coming months, emphasizing a balance between athletics and education. Gout will do a long-planned meet and greet with his sponsor Adidas in Melbourne, followed by the training camp in Florida with Noah Lyles in January. By February he'll be back at Ipswich Grammar to complete year 12 with strategic competition outings built into his schedule, including the Queensland Championships, the Maury Plant Meet in March, and the Australian Championships in Adelaide in April. Athletics Australia President Jane Fleming advocates for a measured approach to Gout's development. I believe in slow and steady on this. I hope he's going to hang out at the beach with his mates now. The people who knew him before he became famous teenage stars can miss a lot of rites of passage, but those things help them to stay balanced. I hope everyone around him will take a long-term view. Gout's impact on Australian athletics cannot be overstated. Breaking a 56-year-old national record has sent ripples of excitement through the country's track and field community. The potential for future Olympic success, particularly with the 2032 Olympics set to be held in Brisbane, is exciting. By then Gout will be 24, prime age for a sprinter. Many are already drawing parallels to Cathy Freeman's iconic 400-meter gold medal at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, wondering if Gout could provide a similar moment of national triumph. The global recognition Gout has received is remarkable for such a young athlete. His performances have been reported by major international news outlets including CNN, the BBC and French sports newspaper L'Equipe. This level of attention from current and former track stars as well as the media creates significant anticipation for his future performances. 41:40 now playing men's 1. What makes Gout even more special is that he's known for being really fast at the end of races, not at the start, but now he's getting better at starting too. In his 100m race he actually had a bit of a wobbly start. He stumbled a little in the first few steps, but after that he ran so fast that nobody could catch him for the next 90m. He just kept getting further and further ahead of everyone else. Right now Gout is in a really special place in the running world. He's one of the fastest 16-year-olds ever to run track. What makes this extra exciting is that he still has several years left to compete in junior competitions. Most runners don't reach their fastest speeds until they're in their early 20s, so Gout might get even faster as he gets older and stronger. People who watch running are really excited to see what Gout will do next. They're wondering if he might be able to run the 200 meters in under 20 seconds. While he's still a junior runner, that would be incredibly fast. They're also curious about whether he might be able to run the 100 met in close to 10 seconds flat. Some people are even wondering if he might try running the 400 met race too. The really amazing thing about Gout is that he keeps surprising everyone. Every time people think they know how fast he can run, he runs even faster. His coaches say he works really hard in training, and it shows in his races. Even when he's running against older athletes, he doesn't seem scared or nervous. He just goes out there and runs his fastest. Looking ahead to the future, lots of people think Gout might become one of the biggest stars in running. He's already breaking records for his age group, and he's doing it in a way that reminds people of some of the greatest runners ever. The way he can run so fast at the end of races is something special that not many runners can do. What's also interesting is that Gout still has lots of room to improve. His coaches say he's still learning the best way to start races, and he's still growing and getting stronger. If he can make his starts as good as his finishes, he might run even faster times than nobody expects. The running world is watching Gout very closely now. Every time he races, people wonder if they're going to see something amazing happen. He's scheduled to race again soon in Australia, and everyone's excited to see what he might do next. Some people think he might be the next great sprinting star, following in the footsteps of legends like Usain Bolt at just 16 years old. Gout is already achieving his goals that most runners can only dream of, and the best part is this could just be the start of his incredible journey in track and field. Who's your favorite athlete? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.
His team cautious to avoid burnout, managing his rise and media exposure to ensure the 16-year-old doesn't follow the path of so many others marked for stardom.
So you teach them that it's about the progression. Results will happen as a result of the journey, not results are going to happen when you want them to happen.
And so far, the son of South Sudanese immigrants has kept his feet firmly on the ground.
Felt pretty good, just focusing on my start.
He's a fantastic young man. He is grounded, he's humble, he's got all the good traits that will lead into superstardom.
A word now often linked with the teenager after a breakout season. The World Juniors in Peru, a turning point.
There's been videos of him competing in the lead up to this, and a prodigious talent. He'll be hoping that he becomes Bolt.
A couple of weeks leading out, the expectation